John Parkinson said it really well when he said, you know, when you get into construction, it's pretty hyper-local. And I would say my perspective is hyper-local. You know, I'm not involved in the national conversation. I'm not involved at the national level in the organizations like ULI, et cetera. I am extremely hyper-local. And what I know about my hyper-local area, I live in San Antonio, Texas. And you might assume because Texas is known as a red state that we might have a certain viewpoint on all of this. And it's just not true. I mean, we're a world leader in San Antonio in water recycling. I think more than anybody else in the United States. We're a world leader in solar deployment, wind deployment. And that's a community conversation. That's not a national conversation. It's a resilience conversation. We are challenged by water. And so water is a huge focus of ours. I think the population has more than doubled in San Antonio since 1980, and we're using the exact same amount of water today as we did then. So these are things that are really important to us. I think, you know, the projects that we did, I would say, you know, nobody was celebrating the fact that we built earthen structures and all the green messages, and that's true. I wouldn't say walking around the community, that's a big stand, but certainly through the utilities, where we have 2 city-owned utilities that are large because they're vertically integrated, and so they have a lot of buying power and a lot of political power to bring the conversation to the table that really does not interface, I don't think, so much from a national direction. So, I mean, one of the notes I made was articulated earlier, which is, A, I really don't know. B, I'm not really going to worry about it until I see something that I need to worry about. And then back to the hyper-local focus, we have our own agenda in all of our communities, and they're all different. You don't have a water issue here. We have a water issue. And so it's a huge part of what we're undertaking because we live in a rapidly growing area, and it's important to us.